The Chishovka Arena played host to the second game for UNOS Minsk. This time their opponents are Ocellari Trinets, who weren't able to find the net once against Lahti Pelicans, despite having 45 shots. No goals in the first period, though the home team did have 3 power play opportunities. Maltsev and Kashkar here, both with great opportunities. Puck being recycled once again, puck coming back in, double save, and they just cannot find a way through. Good early chances not taken. Yuri Polanski with a great chance to put the visitors in front, really should have done here. How many chances did he want? Well, none of them finding their way past the netminder for the home team. 1, 2, 3. There's a glove, there's a blocker, and there's everything else. At last, the deadlock was broken 3 minutes and 30 after the restart. A 4-on-4. Top scorer Des Tiganov and Dmitry Kolgotin combined to find Nikita Mishkevich with a chance that he put to the short side of the goalie. Maybe on this occasion, Colin could have done a bit better. Slide underneath his body, but at last we have the deadlock broken. Now, late in the second period, Trinec had picked up 20 penalty minutes compared to UNOS 2. And on a 5-on-3, you'd expect this to be buried, would you not? Stanislas Lopachuk. And to be fair, it was quite a save. You can see it from every available angle, I think. And we'll get a look from inside the goal in just a moment, give you an idea just how good this save was. Well, the coach making his views very clear about those kind of chances that should be put away, and they're not. Peter Kovacic had by now made 15 saves from 16 shots into the third period, not able to stop this one though. An early breakthrough from the home team, and Andrei Gerashenko from long range just inside the blue, and Lopachuk is given the credit for the assist. Is it going to be a goal for Ocellari Trinets? Martin Gernat, what a chance. And he fans on the puck when given virtually an empty net there. Love that back, wouldn't he? Trinets pulled their netminder with more than 2 minutes left, but the extra man could not settle up a first goal in 2 games. They did come close again, and again, it was that man, Martin Gernat. It finished Minsk 2, Trinets 0.
Grenoble may well have been given the toughest group stage draw of any team in this year's CHL. And following a creditable loss on Friday at Kerpet Oulu, the French traveled to Skellefteå for a second tough test in the space of only 48 hours. First period, Grenoble, though, attacking through Damien Fleury, and the puck somehow squeezing through Oscar Örstlund. Örstlund starting in goal for Skellefteå in place of Gustav Lindvall. That's one he'll want back. Puck just trickling over the line, and Fleury second in as many games for Grenoble. After a video review, the goal confirmed 1-0 for the French visitors. Then it would be Lukáš Horák's turn to shine between the pipes for the French club. This time on the doorstep, denying Robin Alvarez. Grenoble, though, kept attacking. They had their chances here. Danny Kearney can't get the puck past Örstlund. Good work by Alex Aliardi, the cross-ice pass, but no real shot on target. Still, Grenoble leading 1-0 after 20 minutes. And trying again, Aliardi buzzing up the right wing. Good French passing. The shot into the body, though, of the Swedish goalie. At the other end, Horak standing firm. This time from Jesper Fröden. Not unduly tested, Grenoble giving as good as they were getting in this game. This was not one-way traffic denied by an outstanding goaltending effort. As you see, another chance here for Grenoble, but the passing not quite connecting. Kearney trying to set up the final chance, but this time Örstlund not tested at the final moment. Skating 4-on-4, Aliardi trying again to barrel forward. This time the save was made. Big hit in front. Grenoble player falling down to the ice, the puck hitting the post. That close to doubling the French lead after 2. Instead, into the third, the first shot taken by Philip Broberg, then Oscar Müller crashing the net. Puck falling toward Müller. But look at the diving save by Jan Sauvé, the Canadian defenseman for Grenoble. And Grenoble, a power play chance to salt the game away. Aliardi again with the opportunity, not converted. But Skellefteå late in the game on the power play with the empty net. The puck swatted down the ice, and it goes over the line into the goal from Joel Champagne. Champagne for everyone in the Grenoble dressing room after this game, despite the last-minute 6-on-4 goal from Jesper Furden. But too little, far too late for Skellefteå. Grenoble, the road win at Skellefteå. 3 points for them in Group E. On Sunday, three-time CHL champions Frölunda look to bounce back from their Freaky Friday loss to Graz. Mountfield HK suffered their own disappointing defeat on Friday at Cardiff. And in the Frölundaborg Ijsstadion, the basement of Group H awaited the loser potentially, as Frölunda tried to pressure first onto Mark Mazanec. The shot from David Prince dealt with easily enough by the 28-year-old Czech goalie. Weak shot, took a small deflection. Samuel Fagemo poking, but not into the net. Frölunda later in the first on the power play. So good in last year's CHL, but this rising shot not really troubling Mazanec. Ryan Lash passing back to Theodor Lennström. Mazanec ducking out of the way, and still no goals after 20 minutes. Second period though, Mountfield coming in and past Nicholas Rubin. Alice Yergel opening the scoring for Mountfield. Getting the better of Anders Grunlund, and then Rubin in the Frölunda net. 1-0 the surprise lead for the Czechs. Guess what? It would be 2-0 before much longer. Sharp angle shot somehow squeezed in by Philip Samuelsson, the new Mountfield player, having just joined from the AHL in Lehigh Valley earlier this week. Somehow eluding Rubin at his near post. 2-0 for Mountfield. But a long 5-on-3 passage later in the second period, and Rhett Rakshani finding the back of the net. Lash the dish, adding to his record CHL career points tally. Rakshani's first of this season, 2-1 after 2. Into the third, Mountfield against the run of play, into the net through Lukasz Single. Not the first goal he scored at that end in this building. He scored for Sparta Prague in the 2017 final in Gothenburg. Scores a big goal here to give Mountfield a 2-goal lead again. Frölunda late on, trying to worm their way back into the game. Again, it's Rhett Rakshani eventually getting the puck. Deflection falling kindly off the Jakob Uverda effort. Rakshani's second power play goal of the game, making it 3-2. Frölunda still with a bit of life. And Rubin would be pulled for an extra attacker. Final minute of the game, Frölunda knocking desperately at the Mountfield HK door. Eventually worked in front, and Joel Lundqvist, the Frölunda captain, can't beat Mazanec. Great passing from Frölunda, but Mazanec, fortune favoring the brave. Roger Rundberg's team only 1 point after 2 games. Mountfield, the 3-2 win in Gothenburg. The winner of Cardiff's game against Graz was guaranteed to be a top CHL Group H after game day 2, just as everyone predicted. Or possibly not, but Trevor Hamilton doing his best to follow up Graz's win in Frölunda on Friday, opening the scoring only 4:05 in. Ben Bounds, the beaten goalie. Hamilton from Ogrijenšek and Oberkofler, 1-0 for the 99ers. But Cardiff with chances in the first, this one falling eventually to Stephen Dixon off the first chance from Matthias Sointu. Dixon somehow failed to score. Nielstorp again making a save and helped out on the line by his defense. Watch the puck just scooped out of harm's way in front by Dominic Grafentine. Graz 1-0 up in the second period, but Sean Bentivolio getting the easy tap-in goal after Nielstorp couldn't control the rebound. Shot from Charles Longley, converted by Bentivolio. 1-1 in the Viola Arena in Cardiff. And things would only get better for the Devils. Giveaway, puck eventually falling kindly for Mark Lewis, and he slides the puck past Nielstorp. Cardiff from 1 love down to 2-1 up on home ice. Graz really up against it for large stretches of the second period, but they managed to find a way back into the game. The flick from the left point by Philip Lintner through a screen, through bounds, into the net to tie the game up at 2 apiece. Lintner's first of the CHL season. Unfortunate screen inadvertently set by Joey Haddad for his own goalie. But Cardiff another chance. Matt Pope in all alone. Great save by Nielstorp, but Pope chases down his own rebound, passes out to Mike McNamee, who tucks the puck in. McNamee scored on Friday against Mountfield, scores again here on Sunday against the 99ers. Cardiff's advantage restored, 3-2. Great work from Pope. Good first save from Nielstorp again, but look at the awareness. And the puck in to give Cardiff the lead after 2 periods. But late in the third, power play for Graz, and Hamilton pounces again, his second of the night. Great turn, goal side from Travis Oleksuk. Hamilton into the net. 3-3 after regulation and overtime, so into penalties, and eventually Sean McMonagle getting the key goal. No goals after 6 shots apiece in the shootout, but McMonagle in. And then the final effort from Joachim Hilding denied by Ben Bounds. The hero again, as so often for Cardiff. Devils up to 5 points in Group H. They are atop Graz, Mountfield, and Frölunda. Can you believe it?
This matchup in Group F brings us a wonderful affair from the Stadion Zimowy in Tychy, of course, as GKS Tychy take on Adler Mannheim. The German side won their last affair. Could they do so again? Well, the beginning stages, it looked like things might not go their way. Tychy were the ones who were putting pucks towards Endras, and a couple great stops up close for the German squad's netminder. A power play for the home side, looking to get on the board first, and they do exactly that. 7:09 or 7:10, depends how you want to count, but doesn't matter. It's Alex Chatura who gets the opening tally. Tychy on the power play still, but the puck goes the other way, and a very fortunate series of events, as up to the challenge this time around was goalkeeper John Murray. 31 does his job, and he does it well. On to the second period of play, where we would have a little bit more action in front of each side's cage. How about a goal to start things off? And by start, I mean kind of finish off the period, because it's about 34 minutes and 24 seconds into the game until Adler Mannheim get on the board. Bungerecker with the goal, but his team were not quite done, as Tim Stulze displays right here. He's a young gun, he's got a cage. Some may call that a hindrance, but he doesn't give a hoot. 36-12 the time of the go-ahead goal. It's 2-1 for Adler Mannheim. Up the other way come Tychy. They're not done on home ice quite yet. They get the equalizer, and what a goal it is off the rush. 36-55 the time of the equalizer. Mike Schmatula on the doorstep. He beats Endras cleanly. On to the third period we go, and we would not find a goal just quite yet. Why? Netminders, and how about a kick stop as well for this netminder? Endras with a big stop in the dying moments of the third period. But on the power play, it would come down to the Tychy netminder to make things happen. Now Murray does well here. There's a bit of a screen out in front at first, but he tracks the puck well. And overtime begins with a bang. Gotts with the initial shot off the rush. But it's a Pole's pocket that's picked by Plachta as he rips out in front. And Die Adler scratch away victory from Tychy away from home. With a dominating performance in the shots on goal category, as a matter of fact, 2.5 times as many as Tychy, scratching away a victory certainly seems like the right adjective to use. And Group F has new leaders for the moment. Adler Mannheim sit at the top with 5 points, while Tychy pick up their lone point in 2 games played so far. The Isco Arena plays host to this Group D matchup as the Lahti Pelicans play host to Lausanne HC. On to the first period we go, and we would have ourselves 1 goal, and it came pretty quickly, as a matter of fact. Yannick Herren on the doorstep, 2-12. Off the rebound as well, a couple shots, and unable to hold on to it is Tommi Karhunen. That is an unacceptable mistake from him, and he wants to do better. Unfortunately, this game was not too friendly to netminders. Here, getting charged over, well, rather heavily, is the Lausanne netminder. Just like Karhunen had trouble with the rebound earlier, Boltzhauser has some here. A 1-1 goal, and it's courtesy of Aleksi Mustonen. 26-25, the time of his scrappy goal. All sorts of traffic out in front of the netminder, and it would happen again and again. Look at all of those jerseys camped out in front of the paint, and it's another rebound, a bit of a fortunate misdirection as well off Lyon, the defender. Doesn't matter how, it's 2-1, but just as I say that, it's 3-1. Merela gets one, Ilonen gets the next one. 37-51, the time of this goal, and it's 3-1 in favor of Lahti. On to the third period, and Lausanne would have a bit of fortune on the backs of their scorer. Petteri Lindbom gets the fortunate, and then once more fortunate bobble right over the head of Karhunen. He can't do much there except watch it go by. Well, the Pelicans came back. They had an answer. They got their fourth, and it looked like game over at this point. Otto Niemian with the tally, 42-32, the time of that goal. A 2-goal advantage, 17 minutes left to go. Seemed down and out, but not this time around. Joel Vermin, 43-06. A very quick response to the Niemian goal, and there it is, 4-3. Time expiring on the 4-on-4, lots of ice, but it's slowly starting to close up, but a goal would come regardless. Josh Joris, 54-11, the time of his goal. Time is winding down, and that is a big time to get a big goal, but look at these moves to get away from the defense and even get an opportunity to fire away. Well, that was all through 60 minutes. To overtime we went, and Karhunen got the better of it here. Why? Well, it wasn't necessarily him, but take a look at the defender with the stretch-out block. Beautiful stuff. And we're on to a shootout. Tyler Moy makes this one count, but it's all on Boltzhauser on the other end. One-on-one, as customary in the shootout, and he stones the attacker. That's it. Lausanne HC take the victory and the extra point from Finland. Group E has a real banger in store. It's Karpat Oulu against SC Bern. The first meeting between these two teams as Kari Jalonen comes back to Finland and faces his former club. Well, things got off to a very quick start, and this is how it went. Michael Christoph on the doorstep, but it's all about the work from the top scorer, that man who gets the pat. Jesse Puljärvi creates the chance by getting the shot on target, and Christoph is just there to scrap up the rest. Well, that was the opening stages of the first, and the pressure would continue from Oulu. They had numerous chances in the opening 5 minutes, and by some miracle, Bern were able to withstand the pressure. A lot of that due to Kaminada. But their hopes and praises would not last all night long for Kaminada. He made a mistake, and it cost his team another goal. 15:03, the time of Otto Karvinen's goal. It's another scrappy one right on the doorstep in the blue paint, and those are the toughest to stop for a netminder. He gave it his all, it just wasn't enough. On to the second period of play, and things got, well, a bit more interesting. 5 minutes in, and Bern get their first goal of the evening. It's Gregory Schiaroni, 24:08, the time of his tally. And look at that, another scrappy one just out in front. It somehow bobbles its way in. It doesn't matter how, it just matters that they do. And this period, it was all about the other side of the net. Rybar had a couple stops that he needed to make to keep this game as it was. Unfortunately for him, that score would not last forever, as Jesse Puljärvi and company were knocking on the door, but it took until the third period till we would find ourselves another goal. It's top shelf. It's practically impossible to stop. I don't care how good you are, you just can't move those limbs fast enough to beat Matthias Bieber's wrister on this try. Well, with the score all knotted up, it seems like Karpat had themselves a golden opportunity in the third period. They had a couple power plays, plenty of shots. Unfortunately for the home side Finns, they were not able to capitalize. Bern got themselves a chance or two on the man advantage as well. But once again, both netminders were up to the task, and the shots were just not top quality. But in the end, we would have a thrilling finish. A chance one way for Oulu, but things get into a bit of a scramble. 2-on-1 the other way. And Arcobello, well, he says, no, I'm going to take this one. And he does just that. 3-2 in overtime as SC Bern take on Karpat-Oulu in their own home. The top team from Finland last year, at least in the regular season. Their finals left a bit to be desired. In the end, Bern 3-2, they get the extra point. But Karpat are still at the top of Group E.
Welcome to the Erste Bank Arena in Vienna for Game 2 of the Champions Hockey League campaign for the Capitals and the Swedish side Jornada of Stockholm. Vienna losing their opener in Group F, the Swedes winning theirs, and they got off to a very positive start. Mattias Guter should have put them on the board, but a much better goalkeeping performance this time round compared to Friday from Ryan Sapolsky, just somehow getting the outstretched pad in the way. Now, this is when a goalie goes AWOL. All kinds of mayhem can happen. He just about got back in time. Jakob Josefsson almost scoring, but look at that. Goalie back in the nick of time to stop it being 1-0 to the Swedes. Well, 1-0 to Vienna on the power play. 13-15 into the game. Alex Wall taking his chance. Assists from Mark Flood and from Ty Loney. And it's Vienna who take the lead. Second period, the instant response from the Swedes, and Sebastian Strandberg finding a way through Vienna's defense just at 6 and 7 as he steers it into the net with nobody picking up on the on-rushing forward there. Well, Patrick Berglund's a great addition to this Swedish side. He nearly gets the redirect here. Doesn't quite find its way past the goalie. Period number 3, still 1-1, remember, but here comes the winning goal ultimately, and a waving stick from Tom Wandell does the job from Anton Hedman's pass just right there at the right place and putting the puck away from very, very close range indeed. Well, it could have been worse. Could have been 3. Another save from Sapolsky, this time from Nicholas Beckfors. Somehow, some way, didn't find its way through. Could have easily been wrapped up at this point. The goalie, say, having a much better night and doing the job this time. Late power play chance for the Vienna Capitals, and a last chance for Carl Born. And Marc-Andre Dorian with the feed. Somehow it doesn't find its way in. The feed from the back of the net. Goalie on the right side. Well, in the end, as they had to do, they pulled their goalie, trying very, very hard with that extra man advantage. And ultimately, no reward for them. So Vienna lose again. Djurgården beat them by 2-1.